Mirror, mirror on the wall, is Neil Druckmann the biggest of them all? The answer is a resounding yes. Hit the like button. So you thought I wasn't gonna talk about this? Of course I will. A lot of people were messaging me over at Twitter at Sir Mannix, by the way. Give me a follow. Why I haven't spoken about this yet? Why, Mannix? And just like Neil's wife's boyfriend going upstairs to clap his wife's cheeks day after day, it's another resounding yes. But before I start today's video, I have to start by talking about my favorite in gaming, Abby Zilla. Because did you know in 2020 there was a bunch of beta males out there screaming there's nothing unnatural about Abby Zilla's physique. She looks like a beautiful woman. You just hate the concept of physically fit women. Fast forward to today and HBO casts a normal looking girl who looks nothing like Abby Zilla because they couldn't find an actress that looks like that diabolical animal. And to quote the great Sheev Palpatine, it's ironic. The whole thing is just a grift to get virtual signaling points. Now, Neil Druckmann is such a you can immediately tell if he's the game's director by just looking at the main protagonist in his games. If the female protagonist looks like a man or behaves like one, similar to that Jeff Bezos lookalike in the new Naughty Dog game called Intergalactic, you're like, yes, that's definitely Neil Druckmann directing the game. It has all of his dirty little fingerprints all over it. It's just another opportunity for him to live out his weird fantasy by masquerading as a games director. This son of a who tried to shut down my channel for simply making fun of how stupid his game was. Hey Neil, how does my on your forehead feel? You know what, let me take that back. Based on your lifestyle, that's probably something you would like, you disease-ridden whore. This guy is like the kid back in high school that you get paired up with in class for a group project, who does absolutely nothing but somehow expects to take credit when the end result comes out. But when he's forced to stand on his own merits, he completely wets the bed. That's the level we're dealing with right here, because if Neil Druckmann was in charge of Halo, he would have killed Master Chief off and made that one female Marine in Halo 2 the protagonist. You know, this guy is such a talentless hack. Killing is bad in The Last of Us 2. Unless you're Abby Zilla, then that doesn't apply to you. What a genius. They slaughtered the golden goose with Last of Us Part 2, which had the dramatic writing of a 3-year-old. You know, the whole Last of Us franchise has sold just over 35 million copies. Yet The Last of Us 2, which was a complete disaster and a far cry from the original, only had 1/5 of those total sales. So, based on that trajectory, the next one will completely bomb way worse. I mean, it's not a beloved franchise anymore. That's the obvious reason why it might be cancelled, and nothing of value was lost. As far as I'm concerned, there's only been one game. It never had a sequel. Now, for how much of a thing sequels and remakes are in 2025, you would think that they would stick to what made the original great, but no, not in this current era. It's all about putting your weird take onto something that has nothing to do with the source material. Unless you're like Christopher Nolan or someone, you should probably not do that. And after witnessing this garbage firsthand, I realized back then in 2020 that Amy Hennig was the glue that was keeping Naughty Dog together with the story and the writing. Pushing her out of the company was completely horrible. Don't bet on there being more Last of Us. Asked about The Last of Us 3, Naughty Dog's Neil Druckmann says this could be it. Oh really, Neil? Yeah, that tends to happen when you mess the story and the characters beyond repair. You guys remember how before The Last of Us 2 came out, this guy said something along the lines of, we're gonna do right by our fans and your favorite characters, and then killed off you know who. So I wouldn't believe a word that this lying rat says, and the fact that he said this makes me believe there is gonna be a Last of Us 3. Much to my chagrin, I actually think we'll get a teaser for Last of Us 3, maybe during the second season of the TV show. This is just him not taking the attention away from the new AAA game Intergalactic that he's supposedly directing. Tell me what you think. Do you think there'll be another Last of Us? Let me know in the comments, and on that bombshell, Mannix out.